Okay, so आज की जो वीडियो है you might be wondering why I'm uploading it this late. Actually, it's 2:04 a.m. in the morning at this point, or it's pretty late for a lot of people considering it's not even a weekend and most people are awake at this time. Sorry, most people are asleep at this time. I don't have any semblance of time these days. I barely sleep or do anything normal. तो आज की जो वीडियो है it's more about how some people cannot get over grief or some people can never stop grieving. You know how people say that time heals everything. आपने भी सुना होगा. I've heard that so many times I can't even count. But the thing is, time might heal everything, but it's only for some people. Time doesn't heal everything for everyone. Case in point, when I was coming back from Lahore a few days ago, I think a week ago, my seat was, since the bus from Lahore to Sialkot is shared, it has two different routes. तो जो मेरी सीट लाहौर से थी, it was shared with this elderly man, probably in his mid 70s. Yeah, and he was sitting on my seat. But when I boarded the bus, I didn't feel like asking him to change seats with me because that would have been weird. Here, though, I was reading throughout most of the way or listening to music, but when I stopped listening to music, I heard him singing throughout the entire way. And I think when you hear 1 hour or 2 hours, almost 2 hours, I think, yeah, it's just when you're hearing someone sing for that long, it just feels strange. So I kept looking at him every now and then. I would look at him and then I would go back to my reading or music. And when we reached Sialkot, almost the terminal, there are a bunch of restaurants वहाँ पे, near the terminal, adjacent to the terminal. So he started reciting all the names of these terminals, which was very weird. I thought he's mentally unstable at first because no one in their right mind would do that unless you're a very small kid or a child or a toddler. Even toddlers cannot really speak. So I just kept looking at him. मैं सोच रहा था कि why he's doing that. I did not find it weird. I found it strange. So I just sat there waiting for the bus to stop. And before getting out of the bus, he looked at me and he told me that if you think that मेरा दिमाग काम नहीं कर रहा, that's what he said. So that's not true. He told me about his qualifications and stuff like that. He wasn't working, he was retired. And then he told me that when we used to travel, he said when he used to travel with his wife, so she used to sing, to keep her mind off things, and she used to recite names of places that she wanted to visit with him, and now she's not alive anymore. He said that with such profound sadness on his face that it made me question everything I've ever seen in my life. And this is coming from someone who is in his late or mid 70s, and that just makes you wonder कि if he was for 2 hours singing because his wife used to do the same thing and now he's alone, that just makes me wonder how deep some of us grieve, how deep grief runs in general. I wanted to ask him how long it has been, but I didn't ask him because in my mind it was just leave the bus right now because that was too much for me to handle. So that made me think, okay, I guess some people never really stop grieving, or some people never really move on, and time doesn't always heal everything. Some people just have to live with the fact that they have lost someone very close to them, someone they love a lot. And that also makes me realize that when you spend such a long time with someone, you pick up the habits that you pick up the habits that they had. He was singing, and he told me that he never did this before, and he was only doing it because his wife used to do the same. So That goes to show how relations, like interpersonal human relations, are so connected with each other that sometimes it's really difficult to, you know, forget about things. Uh, the reason why I'm uploading this video is because a lot of my friends are going through heartbreaks. A lot of them have been through heartbreaks, and most of them have convinced themselves that our time does heal everything. So can we, like, I think this video का purpose ये है कि let's just take a break, you know, let's just stop and accept the fact that perhaps time doesn't always heal. Perhaps हमारे साथ जो होता है, it will stick with us for the rest of our lives. Perhaps most of us will be sad till the end of the life, and that is a very sad thing. Lekin we cannot change what it is, you know. Some of us are like that. Some of us are that old guy that I met in the bus. I'm not trying to prove a point here, honestly, because everyone works differently. Ho sakta hai you guys might have a better way of moving on than that poor old guy, but still, it's just something that makes you wonder how weird human life is, how weird emotions are, and most importantly, how weird attachment is, you know. So, this was it for today's video. There is nothing much to talk because I've been working since morning, and yeah, I don't really have anything else to talk about. I just wanted to talk about this इससे पहले मैं भूल जाता इस बात को, because the things that he did say kind of hit me, because 70 is, I never pictured myself living till 70, and I did not even have the courage to ask him how long has it been since he lost his wife, because yeah, I mean, I do have some personal examples from what he said. I'm not gonna use them right now because, you know, I don't think I should. I have seen other people, personally seen other people I knew go through something like this after the loss of a loved one. So I guess it's just a very sad thing to experience. This video has to end right now because if anything more, I'd just be stretching it to a point that I don't want to. So yeah, have a good night, a good morning, or whatever it is that you're having, and I hope that you're doing well. Life is too short to be not doing well.